Hey guys, it's Alan Cousins here from Ulverston Golf Club and welcome to this week's episode of the Friday Fix. It's not been a very busy week with golfers out on the course, unfortunately. Storm, Edna or Emma or Elijah, I don't know what they call them these days, has hit us quite hard, so we've got a bit of snow and it's probably the coldest I think I've ever seen it here, unfortunately, but hopefully that soon changes. Just going to quickly talk you through some products we've just literally had delivered here today, some new products that we're going to be stocking this year. So I'm really pleased to announce that we're going to be doing Callaway this year. So we've got a little sprinkling of the new Rogue range. Really well performing stuff. If it's anything like last year's Epic driver, it's going to be certainly one to look out for and try out. So a lot of good technology in the driver and the fairway wood and the hybrid. We'll be getting all the fitting stuff this coming week, so keep an eye out because we'll do a separate bit on that and we'll do some good club reviews, testing all the products out. We've also got a real big selection of Odyssey putters as well. So, whole new range of Odyssey Works putters. Really good performing clubs. Some great head designs as well. We've got a Tour Red head design and there's also a matte black head as well. So some really good products there as well. There's about 10 different models that we've got that you can come down and have a look at. But for now we're going to head down to the teaching room where we're going to be talking about golf clubs and golf shafts this week. Okay, follow us down guys, keep listening. Thanks. Hey guys, welcome down here to the teaching room, and today we're going to talk to you about golf club shafts in irons and why it's so important to get yourself custom fitted when you're looking at changing your set. Okay, so there's a few things we need to look into when you're changing clubs. The first thing is probably the flex of the shaft. If a shaft is too light and flexible or too bendy, then that'll encourage the hands to turn through too fast, which could cause you to close the club face. The opposite side of that, if it's too stiff for you, then the hands won't turn fast enough and the club face will stay open and go to the right of the target. So the stiffness in the shaft is, pretty important. Another thing that we're going to look at as well, which is a bit of a technical term that confuses a lot of people, is the kick point in the shaft. Okay, that basically means where the shaft bends from. So different shafts will have a high kick point or a low kick point, which is going to make the club or the loft of the club go either a little bit higher or a little bit stronger. Okay, so they're designed to either make you hit the ball a bit higher or a little bit lower, depending on how you hit it or where you're playing. If you're at a course that demands a lower ball flight, like a links type course, you might need a shaft that's going to launch the ball a bit lower. Okay, so I've just got here in the Titleist range, we've got the AP2 head. And we've got two types of shaft. We've got the AMT Red, which is in at the moment, but in stiff, okay? And we've also got the AMT Tour White, again, which is in stiff, both the same length as well. And what we're going to do, we're just going to have a few shots with each club, with each shaft, and we're going to talk you through the data that we see on the GC2 screen using the launch monitor. Okay, we'll talk you through all them figures and show you the differences by using the same flex shaft, but with a different kick point, how it's going to affect the launch angles. Okay? Okay, so I'm now just going to have a few shots with the AMT Tour White shaft. Okay, this is the lower launching shaft of the two. So I'll have a few shots with this and then we'll check out the data. Okay guys, so we're just going to talk you through the figures now that the GC2 is just showing us. So as you can see from the top area, we've got the AMT Red shaft, coloured in red, how appropriate, and then the bottom area is AP2 AMT White. So don't forget, the red was the higher launching shaft of the two and the white was the lower launching shaft of the two. Okay, so there's some interesting things to see there. If we just take a look at the average club head, average swing speed and ball speed is very similar. Okay, the average 82.3 to 82.1, not a lot of big changes there. Ball speed is nearly identical. The efficiency of the shot is pretty good, the same. Where we can see a big change is the launch angle here. Okay, so the average launch angle with the higher launching club is up to 22.1, and the average with the AMT White, which is the lower launching of the two, is at 18.9. Personally, I'd prefer to see this sort of figure there for me, for my 7-iron. I'd like to see it go a little bit higher, but if I was playing a linksy type of course that obviously gets affected by the wind a lot more, you might want to see this figure a little bit more, you know, something a little bit lower. And if we just skip across now to the distances of them, interesting thing you might see here, although the swing speed, ball speed and launch are the same and the launch angle slightly lower, the carry distance is 177, average 188, 176 averaging at 189, so you can see a little bit more run out ratio on the lower launching one of the two. That's why I would prefer the higher launch as an option. You know, hitting into the greens round our course, it needs to be coming in with a little bit more height to stop the ball in the summer. Okay, so a bit of an insight there into the launch angles and the GC2 data. So as you can see guys, using the data from the GC2 launch monitor, it's really important that you do get yourself custom fitted when you're looking at changing your clubs. Okay, because I've just hit a load of shots there with both stiff shafts. Both look very similar, but they've produced totally different results in terms of ball flight. So really important that you do, you know, go to see a PGA Pro or pop down here and we can measure you up. We price match everything online too, or if it's just peace of mind that you want and you've got a set that you're happy with and you just want to know for sure that it's right for you, we can do an hour's session and get you measured up and give you that peace of mind also. Okay, hope you're enjoying the video guys this week. Stay tuned next week where we'll have hopefully some more club reviews for you as well. Thanks very much, see you next week.